I love to go early to keep my mods on the toes. I do it for complete badness. Please go away, dog. Go and lie down. Go and lie down, please. Hello, whoever's coming in. Who have we got? Oops. I'm keeping you on your toes, Oops. Keeping you on your toes. We got to wait for long gone as well. I managed to give Sugar Pie a wrench back. I don't know what happened, what I did, or what I pressed. I'm not sure. I think it's when I think it was when all them porno things was coming up earlier on. I started. Hello, Thomas. Would you like to ask me a question, Thomas? Hello, Angelos. Hello to everybody that's coming in chat. Hey, hello, Just Last. Hope you're doing well today. I did an unexpected live this morning. I think everybody in here actually saw it. No, okay, Thomas. I'm great today. Thank you very much. But you did it. You've asked me about 15 times now if you can ask me a question, and I've said yes. I just wondered if it was something urgent. You are beautiful today. What is that? I love your hair colours. My hair colour's black. I have a soul. No, I'm only joking. I've got a beautiful soul. Hooves, behave. Pink Warrior. Hello, sweetheart. How are you this evening? You ate away, girl. You ate away. Good afternoon. Good evening if you're in the UK. What are you on, Hooves? Is it good night? I can't remember now. Yeah, so I did an unexpected live this morning. I didn't even tell the mods. I should have really have done that. I should have told the mods first, but I like to keep them on the toes. So I did the live to kind of address a few things. Oh yeah, it is not there yet. I wanted to address a few things, so I thought I'll go live. And it was about yesterday, really, and the bullshit that was going on in the chat, and then we had Ernie up, and there was all this chat of doxing and all this shit, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go live this morning. Bless you. So yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd go live, and I'm talking away as I do, and I'm talking to the chat, and then all of a sudden, Nicolina pops into the chat. As nice as you like. Was it you? She was as nice as you like. Saying that I haven't given her a chance, and so I said, okay, fair enough. You want to come up and you want to defend yourself, that's fair enough. So I put a link in the chat, as I do with everybody else, and I let her come up and speak. Hello, Mars House. I know I'm a bit like that as well, all the time. Yes, do that. Yeah, so anyway, I'll give her the platform to come up. And she talked away for a little while, and just confirmed a few of the things that I already said, about her issues with people with mental health problems. Nicole doesn't like to admit the fact that she's got PTSD herself, I think. That's what it is. She needs to address her issues before she can come out here, and it's like, don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. Don't do it. You know, don't do it. It's as simple as that. Um, what can I say about the situation? Does it change the way I feel about her? No, it doesn't, because she's she's trolled and she's been horrible to a lot of people. She apologised. They accepted the apology. And that's fair enough. But if I see her going after somebody again who I think's vulnerable, then I will call her out again. Of course I will. And that's what I told her. I'm not out here shit talking about people, because I say it exactly as it is. And I think that's what people respect about me. Um, I mean, it's gone a bit crazy over it. I mean, my channel's been up 6 weeks and it's going really quick. We're well over halfway now to be monetized, and people are coming in from all over the place, all over the world. And a lot of these people have got problems, and they have mental health problems. And I've just saw an orb in my camera fly across the screen. I hope it was fucking dust. Shit. I'm gonna have to go back and check that shit in a minute. No, that's exactly what it is. I don't. I don't. I don't. I can't stand by and see somebody that I think is vulnerable and, stand by and watch somebody, just attack somebody vulnerable. I just don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. That's why I came about, because I didn't think it was fair, So I kind of stuck up for the people that I thought at the time needed to be stuck up for, because they was vulnerable at that point. Obviously she said that she didn't know Betty Keys before all this had happened, and unfortunately I had the advantage of knowing Betty Keys before this happened. And I explained that's what my problem was. I knew what was going to happen. I saw it all happening. I've warned everybody around him what he's like, but they don't listen. People don't listen, Hey, sweetie. Hey, Christina. Hello, long gone. We was waiting for you. I'm not going to say anything, but I came off a phone call that I was on for almost an hour just before I came live, and it just verified, what I think about the situation, and it just verified to me. It verified to me that what I'm doing is right, and it is helping. It is helping people, because I don't think people realise, I mean, most of you in here have emailed me or, just reached out to me. And I didn't realise how much of a wave this was going to cause. I didn't. And it has. It has, because there's not many people. Oh, shit. That's okay, sweetie. There's not that many people that are open the way I am, about everything, because as I explained to everybody, and I tried to explain to Nicolina earlier on, I left the victim behind a long time ago and became the survivor. So nothing anyone can say is going to bother me, so you can hit me with whatever you want, word wise. I don't have to listen to you. The words just bounce away off me. But that's because I've trained myself to be like that. There's people out here that you could say something to and it triggers them so bad that they want to go and do something crazy, and that's what she needs to understand. This is what I was trying to explain to her. You have to understand that every action causes a reaction. It causes a ripple. And now all that's changed now, though, hasn't it? You know, that's changing big time. You see, I kind of knew that all this was going to happen as well. You know, as I said, we're making, you know, us, and I'm not saying me at all, I'm saying us. I drag, you know, us as a community, we're growing every day, quite big. You know, we are really growing every single day. And that's because people resonate with what we're speaking about, you know, because there's nobody out here that's taking on these people that are causing, you know, this serious harm to people. And then there's another thing somebody else says to me earlier on, what that they respected me for, was for the fact that just because you're here doesn't mean to say you can't, you know, you can't go much better. I'm not going to hate you, or I'm not going to show you up, or I'm not going to judge you because you're in that chat. That's not up to me to tell you who you can watch. You know, I would never do that. This is the difference between me and them. You know, I ain't in competition with nobody. And the reason I'm not in competition with nobody is because nobody's doing what I'm doing. You know, it's growing daily, and our community is getting bigger daily. You know, our chat help each other. You know, more mods are fantastic. I would be completely lost without Long Gone and Hooves. I would be, even, you know, Sugar Pie and Savage, but Hooves and Long Gone are just, I'm so close with them, you know. And I do a lot, I do wind them up, especially Hooves. I wind Hooves up quite a lot. Poor Hooves. But me and Long Gone, we have, you know, a lot of conversations. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you very much. But that's how it should be. That's how it should be. You know, what people get butt hurt because, you know, I've got somebody on my panel that they don't like. That's not going to stop me bringing them on my panel. You know, it's not. It's not. It's not a good enough reason. For me, if I'm going to say something about someone, right, then I should have the, you know, I should be the adults that when they come, I'll give them that opportunity to defend themselves and defend their actions. You know, we know Nicolina is a bitch. You know, she is. But I kind of stepped back the other day after hearing her conversate about her mother. And I thought to myself, well, hang on a minute. She is the definition of walking PTSD. You know, and that's no different from the rest of us. So to be up there, Nicolina, and looking down on people, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. You know, if we're all drowned in the same boat, you know, you can't. I don't know. You said that you find it hard to understand mental health. That's because I really believe that you suffer PTSD, and that is a mental health problem. You admitted that you suffered PTSD, and it is a mental problem. And it's something that people need to address and get help with, just to make them a better person so they understand themselves a little bit better. You know, you cannot go around and be a bitch all your life. You can't do it. You know, not without fucking people calling you out eventually, or, you know, something. Do you guys drink this over there? Do you get that? Club soda. I love the stuff. I am from Team Rose's tribe. What you guys seem all neat as well. Yes, well, we're great over here. There's my Savannah. How are you, my darling? Yep, so do I. So do I. So do I. So I would be an hypocrite if I started to tell people. I mean, I will tell people what I think of people, but I'm not going to tell them you can't go and watch that person if you want to watch me or be in my chat. That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. as I said this morning, that's playground kind of bullshit that adults don't supposed to do. You know, we're supposed to be adults, you know, and not fucking bully each other like children. It's crazy. I haven't got a problem with you know, like, you know, seeing, say, somebody in Nicolina's chat speaking to Nicolina, I'm not gonna have a problem with you. And then you come here speaking to me, I'm not gonna say, well, hang on a minute, what? That's ridiculous. That's something a child would do. That's childish behaviour, and I'm not into childish behaviour. We're all adults in this room, you know. We're all adults. I'm not into that bullying classroom, childish fucking fuckery. I'm not into it, and I refuse to partake in it. You know, I really do. Let's say club soda is carbonated water. They have flavoured club soda. Yeah, this is you actually only get this in Ireland. They don't actually do it on over in England. I don't think they do it on the mainland. But it's just club soda with real juicy bits. But oh my god, it's probably full of aspartame, and I shouldn't be drinking it. I really know. It's so addictive. Anyway, let me just catch up with the chat a little bit. Where's that Savannah? Brilliant. Brilliant. What else we got? That's exactly right. You know, it's only if you give somebody the power. It's only if you give somebody the power that they can affect you. You know, don't give somebody that power over you. You know, this is why if you come into YouTube, come as you are, because it's going to come out anyway. You know, just be straight off the bat. It's as simple as that. I mean, what can we do? What can we do? You know, why hold ourselves, especially all the things that have happened to us that we have no control over? Why are we ashamed? You know, why are people ashamed of the scars? It makes you the person you are. Unfortunately, some people, you know, some people don't deal with their emotions very well. You know, they can't control their emotions in that way. So it all comes out as hate. You know? It all comes out as hate. So I'm not giving Nicolina a Bible by any, so, you know, spread of the imagination at all, but I do understand where she's coming from. She said about the you know, a mother and trauma that she's had or whatever, you know. That's fair enough, but that doesn't give you a Bible to be a bitch. It doesn't. It doesn't make that you can't use that as an excuse to, hello Ricky, to try and bully people. You just don't do it. You don't do it at all. You know, you just don't. As I say, don't stand up there looking down on people when you know better. Unless you're looking down and helping somebody up, don't fucking look down. You know, you're not God. Not one of us in this room is God. We cannot judge people. We cannot judge their circumstances. We cannot judge them for what they've been through in life. You know, we can't. We look at when people do something bad, we always think, well, what is the reason that they did this? Some people are just born evil. I believe that. Some people live through really bad circumstances, and it can either make them a better person or it can make them an evil bastard. You know, if you live through severe trauma, especially from a young age, you are not going to go through life without a personality disorder of some sort. You're not. Because your brain has to cope somehow when you're a child. It has to cope. Now, there's all different sorts of personality disorders, you know. It's just that so many things are categorized as a personality disorder. You know, you get narcissistic, sociopathic, you get psychopathic, and then there's a different category of other personality disorders, like you know, what I have, for example, DID, DD. You know, there's a lot of different the categorize so much. PTSD. You know, PTSD brings on a hello, real gypsy soul. Hello, my Arctic wolf. Hi, who knows? Hi, Bernie. Also, everybody that's coming in. Yeah, but you know, I think when you're in pain yourself, you kind of lash out. You know, you lash out, and I really believe that Leticia triggered Nicolina so bad because of the way she was acting as a mother. You know, I believe that actually happened because you know, everything goes back. People are not just a bitch for no reason. There's always something beyond everything. There's always something beyond everybody's personality that either makes them a really good person or a really bad person. You know, people don't just live a normal life and become really good or really bad. There has to be something that they do to make them really good. You know, and it's the same vice versa, yin and yang. You know, not everybody that goes through severe trauma is going to grow up to be a psychopathic, you know, offender, or you know, a lot do. A lot of people that you see, especially, you know, you see a lot with rapists and child offenders and stuff, and they actually say, "Well, this happened to me when I was a child," but that don't give you a ball, sweetheart. It doesn't give you a ball at all. You should know better if that happened to you. You should want to protect children. You shouldn't be wanting to hurt children. If that really happened to you, you would want to protect children. I think sometimes people say this shit to try and get a ball, you know, because I really think that if somebody knows what it's like to be abused, they're not going to want to do that on anybody. I refuse to believe that somebody is that he knew, you know, that evil. I don't believe that. As I say, some people are born evil. You know, it's proven. You know, I watch a lot of stuff on, you know, with psychopaths and stuff like that, and there's damage to the frontal lobe of the brain. You know, you can see it. It's actually brain, you know, it's like a brain damage. They are just like that. They're tuned. They cannot change. They're not capable of changing. It's literally brain damage. You see it on the scans, you know, and Benny Keys definitely falls into that fucking category. You know, that's how he gets people like Nicolina and Rap and stuff like that pulled in. He's very good at what he does. Very, very good at what he does. You know? I mean, I can't even remember I think I was actually following the Cash Garden case a little bit. And I think I watched Nina Boy. And then that led me to find Benny. And it was kind of, what the fuck is he's got, what, you know? And I didn't realise that about the other case as such, you know. And then he kind of faded away. So you forget, you know, and then he reappears when he sees vulnerable, again, drug addict parents. You know, he makes a beeline. He is psychopathic. He knows what he's doing. He plans this shit out. This is what psychopaths do. It's all planned, you know. Indeed. Indeed. And you know what? More people are coming to people like, you know, to people like us. I'm not going to say me, I'm going to say us, because everyone that comes into our chat subs, everyone, because they feel welcome, you know. People feel welcome. Oh, good, good, good. What's October? October's my birthday. I'm a Scorpio. um, so back to the subject matter. So, earlier on today, oh, Hooves, can I just say, put laughy faces in the comment if you want, but did you see my email I sent you just before I came live? Did you get my email? Oh, the Scorpios are the best, Big Warrior. Don't look for it. Oh, no. Oh, well, you're going to die. You're going to die reading it. Just look at it. Honestly, you're going to die reading it. Honest to God. Anyway, today, after I come off my live, I only went live, so I went in for a second, and he saw that I was in there, and he asked me to go up. So I was like, okay. So I went up, and I was just my usual self as I do, and I can't remember that we was conversating about what had happened with Nicolina coming in, and the situation with rap and all this, and I said exactly the same thing. Ernie, I do not agree with doxing people's children. You should know better, because you know what it's like to be stalked. There's dangerous people out there, and I don't care who it is or what they've done. Nobody should ever dox anybody's children. And I said that as well around his life, because I don't believe, Ricky's in here now, I don't believe, and he agreed with me as well, I don't think that's the way to go around, and go about doing it. So anyway, we had a little chat, we had a little laugh, we did, and Ricky from the bio, I think Jimmy actually came in, and I was asking about Jimmy because I was a bit concerned about him, to be honest with you, because the poor bloke's living in really bad conditions, and he's got real bad breathing problems and stuff. So I was quite concerned about him. So I went and asked, and I went up anyway. Said what I had to say, come away, and then I had a few things to do, so I came back. I only was still on live, and Lady Melton was on. I don't know if you were in the room, Lady Melton. And I had the pleasure of meeting Lady Melton today. So I jumped back up on Ernie's chat because I really did want to genuinely meet her. Oh, blooming daisy. Because of the targeted cyberbullying, because it's not right. It's not right at all. I don't care who you are, or what you choose as your life path. Nobody deserves to be relentlessly bullied at all. And I just wanted to reach out and just say, if you want to talk, you're welcome over. If you want to tell your story, we're here to listen. And it was nice to meet her, it was. So I came off that live, and then I was, and I thought about that a little bit. I sent a message to her, and, whatever or not, welcome, come over and you can tell your story or whatever. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I do like to meet new people. Indeed. Yeah. I don't like that. So that was a reason. Yes, Thomas, you can ask a question. You have to make it a bit quicker though, sweetheart. Can I ask a question? You're not Benny by any chance, are you? I'm going to go back to that comment there. So the reason I reached out, obviously, is because It's not this thing about we've got the same enemies and all that stuff. I don't feel that way. Hooves. I don't feel that way. But I just wanted it to realize, just to know that there is platforms that you can go to and creators that you can, come to, and you're not going to be judged and you're not going to be bullied and you're free to speak. And I just wanted to reach out to her and just say that. So if you're in the chat, you're welcome up at any time. My question is, what tattoo is your favourite? Don't know. Maybe can you see Amy Winehouse on my arm? Is that? And then I've got Janis Joplin under my arm, Thomas. So anyway, getting back onto the that was a question Thomas was dying to ask everybody. I just thought I'd say that. Yeah, so do I. We're not all the same. That's what makes us unique. If everybody liked us, we'd have a serious problem, wouldn't we? Thank you, Kathy. We'd have a serious problem if everybody liked us, because that would mean we're quite fake. I'm going back to the subs as well, what I was saying. It's crazy because you get a lot of people reaching out, offering to sell subs to you. And that would have been quite easy for me to do, just to get my monetization quickly. But I'm not going to do that. I'd rather have quality follow and in more chat than pay a load of people that I don't know to sub up. It's ridiculous. You like my favourite tattoo? Right, Thomas. That's great. Oh, it's Honest Rage's birthday. Everybody put an happy birthday in the chat. Happy birthday, Honest Rage. You know what? If you have, email me at the end of this live, because I wanted to send something out to you, actually. Everybody put an happy birthday for Honest Rage. I hope you're having a blessed day, sweetheart. You deserve it. Come on, more people can say happy birthday than that. Come on. Yeah. Everybody is different. Everybody makes their own choices. It's what makes us unique. Could you imagine how boring life would be if we was all the same as each other? People are out there and they are drama and they are walking drama on legs. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Ireland. They're walking drama on legs. And people can be entertaining to watch when there's drama. People love drama. People love, gossip, and people love to see people fall. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of the human race like to watch. It's called. Does anybody watch the Soft White Underbelly? Is amazing, and it is absolutely amazing. But people actually call it pain porn. Okay, people actually like to watch people that are distressed or a drama situation. I'm not saying that people like to watch it. It's that people are intrigued by how people work and feel, I suppose, in that kind of way. So, if you're a drama queen, and you're constantly seeking attention, you're going to get attention eventually. And it's not always going to be the right kind of attention. I'm glad everybody said happy birthday. that's what makes everybody different. Like I say, there's nothing wrong with disagreeing. There's nothing wrong with watching whoever you want to watch. There's nothing wrong with speaking to whoever you want to speak to. There is no judgment from me over here. I am not God. I do not judge people unless I really have to. And then if I do, then Jesus, there's no coming back. There's no coming back. Yeah, that's it. I mean, my journey, and I'm still going through my journey, and I do share my journey with you guys. I'm back on Thursday, I think, this Thursday with my psychologist. That I'll still go and see. That I still need to see. Yeah, she did. She did. And I'm not, as I say, I'm not ashamed of that. And, having DID is not, I think people expect me to be switching personalities or something on camera. It doesn't always work like that. Sometimes I'll come on it out and I feel different when I'm talking, and then I'll come off a live and I forget a lot of what I've said, as though I'm, something's taken over, kind of thing. But that depends on what kind of mood I'm in when I come on. If I've been triggered a little bit that day by something, then different sides of me come out. That's the only way I can explain it. But it's not like, some people are really extreme with the idea. They switch, they alter switch. And I believe that used to happen to me. And I believe it does happen to me when I've got no control over myself. But it's just something I have to deal with. What am I going to do? I'm not going to live the rest of my life, petrified and worried that the world's going to hate me because they think I'm crazy. I stopped worrying about what other people thought of me a long time ago. And do you know how refreshing that is? To stop caring a shit what people think about you. Not having to hide who you are. It's just a relief. People should just follow my lead a little bit more, and they might find themselves to be happier people and not fucking trolls and bullies. Hey, Southern girl. Right, okay. Right. Okay. Right. I'll have to check that out as well in a little while. Hello, beautiful. I'm glad you've caught my live. Hello, Southern girl. So, yeah, I'm gonna say one thing. It is liberating. It's amazingly liberating. And it's amazingly liberating to be able to say what you think, because I spent so much of my life holding shit back that I'm incapable of doing it now. It's incapable of me. I cannot hold back. It's a huge emergency for someone. Emergency. Right. Okay. Just bear with me a minute, guys. Let me just see what's going on. 1 second. Let me just see what's going on. All right, it's not live yet anyway. I mean, what's going on? Does anybody know what's going on? Yeah. See, that's the thing as well. I have to kind of think about my own subs, and kind of it. And we're celebrating Annie's birthday, and I will definitely check on Annie, make sure everything's okay. But just at the minute, I'm live, and I've got people that need to speak. Yeah. So anyway, back onto subject. For now. Um, yeah, mental illness, the other day. What it was very scary, kind of. Like, if you can imagine, when you're a child and you invent things when you're a child. Now, I believe every child is born with a third eye. And you see like a little baby in a crib babbling away to somebody. It looks like they're babbling away to somebody and they're smiling. And I believe everybody's born with a third eye. Okay. Um, but I believe as we grow up, we're trying to kind of shut that third eye. While people, we tend to shut it. Mine never really shut, you know, and it was really hard to understand growing up because my mother's family, there was Irish travellers, so they would have been very spiritual and very um believing of the third eye and spirits. And so I found it very confusing when I was growing up, what was going on in my head. What is going on? Is it just that I am seeing these spirits or I'm hearing these spirits? And sometimes I cannot explain the things that I know, you know. I can't explain them. There's things I just know, and sometimes it's like you imagine being in a room full of people and everybody's trying to talk sometimes. That's how it gets. Sometimes it's like you're in a room full of people and everybody's trying to talk. And that's when it gets hard and frustrating. So when I'm medicated, it relaxes parts of my brain. So it's not overactive in that kind of way. Which sucks really because, what goes on to me, what happens to me, it's never been any badness. The people that have stayed with me have never done anything bad, as far as I know, as such. You know, um, they've just protected me in different stages of my life. So I never saw them as being bad. I never saw, but I knew that I wasn't schizophrenic. I knew that for a fact because I wasn't listening to voices coming out the fire or the TV or the air vents, or I wasn't seeing people walk. I wasn't. So I knew that what was going on, it wasn't schizophrenia, but I'd never had a DID or anything like that. So I genuinely believe that, okay, maybe it's this gift, and I still do believe I have that gift. I do. But I believe that the people that I hear in my head are the people that's been there with me since the first time I suffered severe trauma at about 3 or 4 years old. Because when I look back, it was probably just after that where I started to have these imaginary friends. Me and my mum didn't have the best of relationships. She was never, you know, she just didn't bond with me as such. So I kind of invented different characters as I was trying to explain. So I invented this one character named Mary, and I called her Mary after Mary Poppins, and she was my she was my imaginary mother. You know, it's crazy to tell you all this because this is the kind of stuff I have to tell my psychiatrist. You know, and then I have, as I was explaining to you guys, I have little Molly as well, and she came to me from Orphan Annie. She was the little girl that was getting bullied all the time by Pippa, and Annie stood up for her. Do you remember? She was always there. She was the victim in my head. She was like the person that had to be protected. And when I was inside my own head, I was protecting somebody. I couldn't protect myself, but I was protecting somebody. You know, and that kind of it gets you through. It gets you through, and it's difficult sometimes. But when you learn, and you stop being so naive about things, and you look back, you know what happened. My mental illness is not. It's not a curse. It's a gift. Because without it, I probably wouldn't be here now. I had something like 14 suicide attempts by the time I was 13 years old. You know, so maybe without them, I wouldn't have made it as far as I did. You know, but people have to understand. People have different kinds of mental illnesses, different kinds, and some people it can be a really bad thing. You know, the schizophrenia could cause them to be really, not a good person at all. The personality disorder that if they're a narcissist or a sociopath or whatever, that they're not going to be nice people. They're not. I am a severely empathetic person. Severely. If I feel it, if I'm driving down the road and I see a dead bird or a dead animal at the side of the road, that breaks. It hurts my heart. That is how empathetic I am. You know, yeah. Mary Poppins was the perfect perfect nanny. Yeah. But this is what I mean. We've all got a story, and your story might not be as extreme as what mine has been, or but we all suffer different. But we all suffer. Every one of us suffer, whether we've got a mental illness or not. We suffer. Nobody goes through life without feeling pain. Nobody. I don't care who you are. Nobody does. Pain is a thing that gets us through in life. It teaches us. It teaches us how to move on in life. It teaches us a lot about ourselves and how we handle people. It teaches us how to stand up for ourselves. It can also teach us to, withdraw. And it's difficult because people do not understand sometimes when you withdraw that you've just got to recover. You're just recovering. It's okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to have a bad day. You know? I love you very much. Oh, Jesus Christ. I had a bit of a panic attack then. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay, sweetheart. Yeah, that's a lot of kids. That's a lot of kids. Oh, bless you. No, we all have our ways of coping. We all have that way. Sometimes, I mean, one of my favourite coping mechanisms in the world. I mean, I live in Ireland. It's probably the wettest place on earth. And I've got fields behind my house. And one of my favourite coping mechanisms and grounding techniques is to go outside, especially when it's raining, and just feel the mud in my feet and just stand there and just appreciate, God and the universe and the cosmos around me and breathe in the good energy and breathe out the bad energy and tell myself like it's okay not to be okay today. We're going to get through today. We're going to go to sleep for a little while, and when we wake up, it's all going to be gone. You know, this is just a moment. And that's what people have to tell themselves. You know, it's just a moment. You know, when you're feeling at the edge and you're feeling like you can't cope, that is just a moment. It's really sad when somebody gets pushed over the edge and loses their life over a moment because nobody was there for them to speak to, or, you know, they felt like nobody cared. That's just a moment. You don't know what's going to happen next week. You could meet the love of your life around the corner. You could go and win the lottery. Anything could happen next week. And that's what you have to tell yourself. When you're having a bad day or you're having a bad week, that is what you have to tell yourself. This is just a moment. That's it. It will pass. You know? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. That's something I was going to have a look at, to be honest. Yeah, and I'm glad you understand that. I'm glad you understand that. You see, I go on panel a lot because I have nothing to hide. Okay. Now I believe the only way, the only way you get someone to be their self is to take them out of their comfort zone. So when people come up on my panel, I'm in control of my, of my panel. So it doesn't matter who it is. When you're on somebody's panel, you become the vulnerable person. Some people don't know that. Some people don't like that shit. But that's how I roll, and that's what I'll do. And nobody can tell me who I can and can't have on my panel, because I'll do everything for a reason. Everything. If it's helping people, I'm not into the bullshit of hurting people, going out my way to hurt people for whatever reason. I'm not into it. I'm not going to do it to be popular. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. Unfortunately, people ride the fucking money train, and you know what? It leads them into a brick wall eventually. So it really does. It leads them into a brick wall. I believe that if you start feeding somebody's ego, especially if you're paying for them to talk to you, and this kind of stuff, which we know people do this. They feel like they've got to donate stupid money, and to get a conversation out of people. Some people have to cash app to get a response out of the creator. They have to super chat to get a response out of the creator. I hate that. I really hate that. And that's why I always say you can always use my email address, and I always respond. If anybody wants to go on panel, yeah, of course I can holler. I will put it in the chat anyway. Fuck. Excuse my language. I'm trying to be an example. What the hell have I done there? Excuse me 1 second. I think I broke my chat thing. Is that the link? Yeah. That should work all right. You're either going to love my attitude or you're going to hate it. And I always find that people that dislike me are the people that are fake. And the reason they dislike me is because they hate the fact that I'm real. They're quite envious of the fact that I'm real, and I don't have to hide behind a persona. I'm relieved that I don't have to hold behind a persona. I came out and I came out straight. You know, you ain't gonna try and fucking charm me down or bring me down. It's not gonna happen. You picked the wrong one. You know, and that goes for anybody that wants to come up and argue with me about what I do. You know, if you don't know what goes on the channel, then there's plenty of other creators. You know, I say this all the time. Instead of emailing me a load of rubbish, why don't you save your energy and email your favourite person and get a response off them? Do that instead of, you know, spamming more fucking email with stupidness. Because you wouldn't believe some of the stuff I get, honestly. It's crazy. You know what? I think a few of them have been, you know. I really don't. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. You have to know the signs and the symbols, people. As I say. It's like the Davina McCall. Oh, I love you. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, you know, people take shit too seriously sometimes, you know. You come out as a creator on YouTube, right? You start making content, or you come out to be yourself, to share your love, or whatever you're doing. Okay, you're going to be judged by people. Not everybody's going to like you. You know, and I don't give a fuck, to be fair. I mean, excuse my language, but I don't care what people. I'm not here to impress everybody. I'm not. And not everybody's going to understand the way I am and my methods. You know, and just because I call somebody out on something doesn't mean to say I'm not going to let them up to explain themselves. Of course, I'm going to do that. You know, I'm just a fair person. I think so, anyway. Yeah, I called that out as well. I called that out. I called Benny out as well. And Benny was in the chat, but he weren't brave enough to come up with, you know, as himself. That's the problem. He was like a coward again. You know, he wouldn't come up as himself. And he got up on Ernie Shells and looking for redemption. And I says to Ernie, I says, "You fucking crazy if you think that man's changed. That man will never change, ever. You know, ever. There's no." Benny's had a brain injury, so that's probably what, you know. I'm not speculating, but maybe it's the brain injury that caused him to be the wanker he is. You know, because Benny Keys is a wanker. We all know that. Oh no, oh, shut up, please. I didn't say that. I did not say that. Hello, Monroe. I did not say that. Hello, Soapy. It's been a long day. I had a long live earlier on as well, Hoops, and I've been up since 6:30 this morning. So I thought, you know what, I'll wake the rest of YouTube up. Oh, you're a sweetheart. You are a sweetheart. That's exactly right, Pink Warrior. The only thing he can change is, you say, I'm scratching my nose because I've got hay fever, just in case I get any allegations that I'm rubbing my nose. I don't even know what to say about that, Pink Warrior, because, you know, we know, me and Hooves know too well, don't we, Hooves? Double wanker sentence. No, we did not. No, 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 not at all. She came up. She came into my chat. I'm not going to say no, not at all, because, you know, she came into the chat and she said that I never gave her a chance. You know, basically I attacked her. So, I I said, well, instead of talking in the chat, come up and speak. You know, I haven't got a problem with that. I'm not gonna you know, I'm not gonna bash anybody and not let them come up and defend themselves. And I bashed her because she's a fucking bully. You know, that's simple. And she apologised to me. She did apologise to me. And that's fair enough. You know, she apologised to me. That's fair enough. I accept the apology. But it doesn't mean to say I'm going to forget what she's done to everybody else. You know, damage is done. This is what people don't understand. Damage has been done. Okay. Joe, you know that Jose killed his fucking self. You know, a guy, and this is serious, a guy that I went after, especially Benny, killed himself. How much more fucking serious can it get? Yeah, indeed. Someone say wanker. They did indeed. Benny the wanker. You know, what can I say? What can I say about it? But no, it wasn't making up. It wasn't making up. You know, if she was looking for redemption for what she did, you know, and what she tried to do with me, that wasn't going to happen. I accepted her apology because I'm an adult. You know, I'm not a child, I'm an adult. So I accepted the apology, but that doesn't mean to say I'm going to forget what she's done. And that doesn't mean to say I'm going to like her. You know, Nicolina would have to do a lot of work on herself before I would even, you know, get to a stage like that. Well, that doesn't mean to say that she can't change. She has to admit she's got a fucking problem, like the rest of us do. She has got a problem. She's got PTSD. We know she's got to deal with it, and then you will be a better person at the end of it. It's that simple. You know, and that's what I told her. I'm not going to, I'll give her the chance to speak. I asked her the questions I wanted to ask her. Does it trigger you, the fact that I'm mentally ill? Is that what triggers you because of what happened with your mother? I asked the questions I wanted to ask her, and she answered. You know, she answered. But that doesn't mean to say that we're all fucking. No. I ain't that easily fucking pleased, unfortunately, for a lot of people. You know, it takes a lot more than saying something. You know, actions speak louder than words. And it's like I said, every action as well creates a reaction. So she could do 100 good things now, but for those bad things she'd done, people are not going to forget. That's why you have to think about what you're doing when you're up here. You can't come out here being a bad person and expect to make it, because you're not gonna. You're not gonna. You might last for a little while because people enjoy the drama, but people eventually start hating you. That's what happens, and that's what's happening in that case. I really believe that. I wonder how many people's Googled that. I wonder how many people have Googled that since they've been watching me. Oh my good God. Oh my God. Nicolina. Exactly. You know, bipolar is completely different. Again, it's completely different. You know, but people with bipolar as well. You know, I mean, it's it's an illness. It really is, and it should be up to the authorities or family to be able to step in and say, "Well, hang on, you know, something needs to be done here." I've never been abusive towards my children. I've never even so much as raised a hand to my children. I've never needed to. All I've ever wanted in my life is for my children not to have to go through what I went through. You know? That's it. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Don't come up here and start calling people out, for something that they cannot control. Somebody asked me earlier on as well what was on my hands. I don't think you even see that. You see that? I wear my granny's ring on there as well. Somebody asked me earlier on what was right on my hands. We've obviously, yeah. Borderline personality disorder. Yeah, okay. They have bipolar. Over here that they call that bipolar. So, as I was saying earlier, there's different types of borderline personality. There's personality disorders, and then I suppose borderline personality disorders. I wouldn't really. I only know what I've experienced. I only know what it's like to live in my head. Seriously, that's why I'm so intrigued with people that suffer with mental health problems as well, because I like to know how people cope, and I like to try and help people cope if I can, or being open about it, and just saying it's okay. This is just today. Tomorrow is completely different. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Today is just a moment. That's all it is. It's just a moment. you know. One of my good friends has got bipolar disorder. She's my older daughter's got bipolar. Um, and she actually works as a producer. Um, she would have bipolar disorder. Um, but it's just like a chemical imbalancement, in the brain. You have extreme highs and extreme lows. When you feel low, you feel really low. But when you're happy, you're really happy. Mania and depression, manic depressant. It used to be called back in the day. And yeah, that is completely different again. It's all different. It's all different. I can only say what it's like to live in my head. I don't live in nobody else's. So, all I can think about with Nicolina, and I feel sorry for her, is that she must live every day in pain. To be that horrible to people, you must be in a lot of pain. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I really don't. Maybe I will one day. I don't know. But as of now, I don't understand it. I just want to be a good person and I want to help people. If I can help people, I want to give back. What I had given to me. Fortunately for me, I had really good doctors and really good advice, but not until I hit my very late 30s. And I want to reach out to that single parent that is too afraid to go to the doctor in case to try and take her children away from her to get help. Because a lot of the time, people just need somebody to talk to that understands and somebody to tell them it's a moment you're living now. It's just a moment. It will pass. It will pass. That's what we all have to tell ourselves all the time. Bad shit happens. We cannot control. But my friend, bad things happen. And we can choose to follow it. Or give up, just give up. And not choose to fight back against my mental illness. Because otherwise I would be letting the people that hurt me win. And I'm stubborn. My chest reads, stick to your guns. And that's just me being stubborn, because I am stubborn in my beliefs. Because I've lived a life where I've become very knowledgeable and very street smart at the same time. I had no choice but to be street smart. I didn't go to school like normal people. we wasn't forced to go to school. I had to kind of teach myself how to read and write, you know. But I did it. I did it because I'm a stubborn bitch, and I will do whatever I need to do, you know, to learn the things I need to learn. I have to sit there for weeks, understanding, learning, and understanding people. That's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. As I say, I want to reach out to that mother there, that's sitting there, that's feeling, you know, like they can't cope, but is scared to reach out. You know, it doesn't hurt to be nice to people, does it? It just doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to say to somebody, there's my email address. You're more than welcome to email me at any time. You know, and I will answer. That's what I do. I'll explain. I've got my Cash App and my PayPal. My email is all the same. I don't expect anybody to, you know, to give anything, especially what they haven't got. If you want to help support the channel, then that's great. But you know, I don't encourage anybody to give what they haven't got for one. But I do like to try and help people as well. And every now and then, I'll have somebody come up, and it will be, you know, it has to be something that I believe in personally as well. You know, I have to be able to know that it's going to the right people, and it goes straight to the right people. I have no problem with helping anybody, but you know, if you're helping somebody, then you're helping them. The money does not come through me. I won't have that and be accused of anything like that. That's just not what I'm going to do. So all I'm saying is, if you donate, you Cash App there or donate to my PayPal, you donate into the channel. If I have somebody come up, you know, they're in need or whatever, and I'm giving out, you will get their Cash App or their PayPal. So it's just to let people know. Yeah. So did I. I worked with I tried to work with people with I worked in a forensic unit for a while because I wanted to do forensic nursing for a bit, but I did find it really difficult. You know, working with the people I had to work with, it was really difficult. So it kind of that, you know, my career went in a different way. I've always been really artistic, so I've always been able to paint. I've always been able to make money. You know, I've always been able to get by in life. I've always been able to feed my kids. You know, I've never relied on anybody ever. You know, I've never. But I appreciate people that, you know, I'm not, as I say, I'm not monetized, but we're going pretty quick. We're making waves, so soon enough we will be monetized. You know, and everything will be good. That'll be brilliant because I can spend more time here with you. You know, because I have to kind of come away and I have to work as well. And regardless of what happens, I still have to work. You know, I still have to keep things going. But Long Gone's beautiful. She really is. She really is. She's an amazing person. That's what I mean. It doesn't hurt to give back. You know, some people you can't afford. You know, you can't afford to give back. You know, with money sometimes, but I think it means more if you're giving back from your heart. It makes you feel better about things as well. Or even if you are giving, but you're giving from your heart, you know, if you're helping somebody that you really think, you know, needs that help, then it makes you feel good. I mean, I have that feeling when I've helped somebody, and I do help a lot of people, you know, especially behind the scenes, and they don't want their names out there. You know, and I tell everybody, you know, if you don't want me to put your story out, that's fine. Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, that's it. And it's a lifeline for people. And it really is a lifeline for people. You know, if you could see my email address, and I reply back to every single email I get. You know, I helped a woman last week that reached out to me. She didn't want to come up on panel. She had her own reasons. It was a domestic violence situation. But we managed to get everything, you know, kind of in place, contacted Women's Aid, all this kind of stuff. And I didn't feel the need to have to do anything about it, because that's just what it should be like. That's what it should be like. You know, we shouldn't have to. It does, long gone. Maybe people should try that sometimes. You know, instead of being a hateful person, actually do something that makes you feel good. You know, do something that actually makes a difference. It's amazing. It feels amazing. No drug, no drink, no nothing in the world gives you that feeling. Like when you feel like you've helped somebody. You know, that person came to me today because she felt so depressed. And I spoke to her until she couldn't speak no more, you know, and she felt better. Then that's a job well done for me. You know, I want to be able to do that and reach out to people that don't have somebody there, that are on their own. You know, that feels like they want to let go and they just need somebody to speak to. That's what I'm there for. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And we've just got to be better people in life. And I'm just really glad to know that we are better people in this room now. We are better people than that. You know, we don't fall into any kind of category like that, because we're not that kind of people. You know, and it's great because all of my chats seem to know each other now. And that's a really good, you know, people come in and speak to each other, and it's amazing. And then I speak to a lot of you by email as well, and we've become a really good, solid community. And people are starting to join us and come in from the outside because they're seeing what we're doing, you know. And it's something different. It's, you know, there's not many people out here that are doing this, and it, you know, it does make a difference to a lot of people. It really does. But look, I've had you for over an hour again, and I had my muds on the toes this morning. I really apologise. Long gone didn't even know what was going on. She was asleep. Bless her. um, but yeah, I'm gonna get down now because I'm absolutely knackered. I was up at 6 o'clock myself this morning. Um, oh, I appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate all of that. This woman here now, she's amazing. You know, Long Gone is amazing, and she gives amazing advice as well. So, if you're ever in the chat, Long Gone is, you know, she's great like that. And we've got Hooves as well, and Hooves, Rage, you know, all of you. I'm just you know, you're amazing people to have on my team, and I absolutely would be completely lost without you. I wouldn't know what to do. I really do appreciate, and I appreciate all of you that listen to me. I do. I appreciate everyone. But I am gonna go. Thank you for remembering. We are whole. Yeah, we are indeed. We're all human, and we all make mistakes, and that's okay. It's okay. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to make a pile of mistakes, as long as you learn from that mistake. You know, that's what you have to keep in mind. It's okay to make a mistake as long as you learn from it and become a better person. You know, love and prayers to you all too. Um, yeah, if you need to email me, you want to reach out, reach out. You know, you will always get an answer. Um, I'll support you the best I can. I've got a lady that's in my chat. I'm not going to say her name. I had a long conversation with today over the phone. Um, you know, I'm happy to even give you my number if you feel like you're in a situation where you know you need to talk. and be that lifeline. So, if you're in a situation like that, please just email me. Oh, thank you. I'd be lost without you guys, honestly. I really would. I really would. I'd be lost. Yeah, that is my email address, everyone. But you can come back in on any of my lives and you'll see it. But you're more than welcome. And I love you all. So good night and God bless. And I'm going to see what's tonight, Felix. So I might have you on your toes again in the morning, guys. I'll speak soon. Mwah.